What's up, guys? This is Sunny. Remember, I do this videos for myself, no one else. If anybody happens to stumble upon it, be careful because I'm still a beginner slash intermediate trader. Um, but I just do these videos just to review them to see how can I improve. Um, but my thing is, this is gonna be a video on QS for September 27th and 28th. I've been trading this stock for the past week. I don't think I've ever done this with any stock where I'm just constantly trading it. I kept it on my watch list for a while now, as well as APPS, but I haven't been trading APPS so much because it's just a continual uptrend little by little, and I'm not shorting that, and I'm not getting caught in a short like that again. QS is also similar to APPS, but uh, I've been honestly, I've been undisciplined all last week and this week, all month. On my calendar, I wrote down every green trade or every trade period really was a well, mainly every green trade, but every green trade in this month of September was only well, it was only green pretty much only after being down on my P&L for a large amount, shaking my head. There is something major that I need to work on psychologically. I won't progress if not. And yesterday, the 28th and 27th, and every other trade was undisciplined. I had on the 21st and 22nd of September, um, I traded it somewhat undisciplined, but I think it was pretty good. I think it was good. But the 24th on a Friday, I had the worst P&L ever, probably in trading. Thankfully, it wasn't a realized P&L. It was just unrealized. I was down 5K. I don't know if I made a video about it or not, but I was at one point I was down 5K, and I just couldn't believe myself. But I wasn't honestly. I wasn't too emotional about it. I just let it happen. So that helped me realize that either I'm getting better regulating my emotions, or I'm just trying to, or there's just I'm becoming numb or something's wrong with me. But honestly, when I was down 5 Gs, it didn't bother me too much. Maybe because I knew I had funds in my account to replenish my myself, but it just didn't bother me, and I need to figure out why. But going into this trade today, the day prior, it what did it do? Yeah, so I guess it was the first red day or a red day that I was anticipating on, and I got in. Honestly, I accidentally hit 10 shares when I was trying to do I think 500. Or I didn't hit 10 shares. Only 10 got executed, and I was trying to get 500. And then eventually I saw another trade that was looking better to me, and I was like, okay, I want out. I don't want to trade this anymore because there's something better. And when I tried to get out, I was in already 10 shares, and I was like, I don't want to write. And I had the wrong mindset going into this trade. My thought was, okay, I don't want to, and it's okay to think wrong or have a bad idea, but to act upon it and to stay with it is wrong. But I had the idea that, oh, okay, I'm in 10 shares, you know, I might as well just play this trade. Plus, I don't want to have to write in my calendar that I traded the stock and had a red. I lost a little bit on it, or I made a little bit on it. The idea of writing that I only made what $2-3 if this was to go my way or against me bothered me, and that was the wrong mindset, and that's the wrong thoughts. but then I acted on it and continued to trade it. Um, and it's okay to be wrong, and okay to be thinking wrong because you're never perfect. But to stay wrong is just the wrong idea. It's just bad. So then I eventually was like, okay, then I'm gonna take this trade seriously. And I went in with um, the size that I was looking for and got in at 27.5. So my average was 27.5 right here for 500 shares, and then it pushed up, and I was down $500 here, um, or not 500. I'm sorry, 250 or maybe 300 right here. And as I'm watching it, I'm thinking, okay, this is your chance to add. You should be adding right now. And I just didn't for some reason. I wasn't comfortable. I thought it would squeeze more. Um, I thought it would squeeze more, honestly, and it didn't. And it pulled back and dropped. And I made and I just was like, okay, I'm getting out. I'm done trading it, and I made $314. But my P&L was saying like I think 450 or a little bit less than 450, and I just got out. I didn't care where I got out. I was just glad that I made something off this small trade, and I walked away with a smile on my face. Well, not really a smile on my face. I wasn't satisfied with just 300. I was glad that I made it, but 300, I was like, I'm not ending the day with 300. Um, so that's September trade to the 27th trade on QS. And then I'll go into the other trade that I traded for that day, and then I'll go into the 2000 September 28th. So where is it? So on September 27th, I also traded this stock right here. Um, where is it? Excuse me, this video is just giving me a headache. So I traded this stock here. I don't really remember too much of how I traded it, but um, okay. So yeah, I guess yeah, it's spiked, dropped. First 15 minutes of the day, which I shouldn't have been shorting. I started shorting. So saying, okay, so I went full size right here like a dumbass. Like I said, every trade that I traded, um, I was down largely. So I got out here. Um, I think I got out. Okay, so I got out here. I probably was trying to add, most likely, and I ended up adding here instead. So going into this trade, of course, I chased it as you can see, and then I chased it here. Hey, I'm remembering a little bit now. It probably went down. It did go down, and I probably was up like 300 bucks. If it said my average was 15.55, it went down to a low of 36. So I was up, yeah, probably like $300. I remember now, and I remember not being satisfied with that amount. Um, uh, and I guess I thought it would break some more. Um, Looking into the previous day, I was most likely was trying to challenge this point of lower day or this support level here, and most likely this support level here as well, but mainly this one since it's the closest one. And looking at it now, it didn't go there, so it started pushing up, and I don't know if I got a sign to get out, but I didn't get out as you can see. And it started going against me. I would assume that I was down. I added here, so I added 300 shares, the 200 that I sold plus an extra 100. So I was full size for sure. And looking now, it's like I know I went through a roller coaster of stress here. You know, for from 1555 to a high of, I was down um, $1 per share, so or close to $1 per share. But basically, I was down almost 2 grand, and I already know I was pissed off and annoyed, and it just I got lucky, honestly. It started tumbling down, and I got out right here after it broke this level. Um, but of course, I know I probably had multiple chances to get out with a small loss um, or a better gain, and I know I didn't take it. Looking here, and I can remember it little by little, but as I see the chart, but I know I was bothered, and I'm beating myself up right here because if you, as you can see here, I probably kept thinking, "Oh man, I should have got out when I had a chance." I always think that, and I always feel that way. And as I, the whole purpose of this video is just to demonstrate how I'm not being disciplined, and every trade, although I'm up what 15 grand or so, um, I'm not being disciplined, and that's why I keep withdrawing funds out of my account because I don't trust myself. I feel like if I left all my money in my account, I would have been blew up. And now that my account is like a few hundred, I always keep it a few $100s from PDT, and that's what influences me to stay in a trade because I don't want to take a loss of a few $100 and then with uh be stuck with being under PDT and I have to replenish my account. But my issue too is if I left all the funds in my account, I'll be more willing to take a bigger loss because I know I have more money in my account. So that's why I keep withdrawing funds out of my account. Um, I rather lose, you know, $2,000 to $3,000 on one trade of being undisciplined, which I don't want to lose at all, or not. I won't say I don't want to lose at all, but I don't want to be undisciplined at all. But I rather, if I'm gonna be undisciplined, I'd rather lose, 2 to 3 thousand than to lose 10,000. And now I need to just work on trading small and cutting my losses. But when I size in too big, psychologically, I make it harder for me to cut losses because I don't want to lose big. So that's something I've been really working on this month, and I failed tremendously. So next month, my goal is to repeat the same thing that I need to work on this month, which is trading small, cutting losses quickly, and trading safety first, not focusing on the money. But I know I didn't feel too much. I didn't feel that I should have held on a little longer after getting out here because watching it go up, um, you know, it is what it is. So on QS on the 27th of September, I made $314, and then on this stock right here, AEHR, I made $840. Um, if you think about it, when I was down here, I was probably down. I'll say um, I went in with 1,800 shares, so let's do the math. Um, 1,800 times point times yeah, $1. So I guess it's 1,800. Yeah, so I was down 1,800 or more on this trade, and to make 800 is is less than half of what I was risking when I shouldn't have been risking at all. But honestly, I got lucky here. It didn't break high a day. It probably touched it or went slightly past it, which it did right here. or somewhere here. Yeah, I did. 1850, 45 was the high day. It broke it past 5 cents to 1645 was the high day. It went past it by 5 cents, which is 1650. But I got lucky, honestly, on this trade. It didn't continue the uptrend. Now, trading QS Friday, it continued the uptrend and uptrend and uptrend. Um, and that was like considered a black swan event trade or stock. And honestly, I got lucky in every single trade I've traded, and I can't keep playing off the luck, and I really need to work on myself. But if I don't tighten up and get better, um, eventually there's gonna be that trade where it's like a black swan event, and um, I it just keeps going up like a GameStop type of stock or a um um a ship when ship went up from what $1 to $100, GameStop going to $17 or from $4 to $400 or something like that. Um, I don't want to be in a trade like that, and um, if I don't improve, I'm gonna be fucked, and I won't last long. Yes, I have what roughly almost $1,500 in profit. I mean, not 1,500, 15,000 in profit, but like you seen or like I explained on Friday, I was down $5,000. That's 25% of my account, or 20% of my account. I'm sorry, and I'm not sorry actually, but I was down five 20% of my account, which is horrible. And you know, I still didn't get any margin calls. They were warning me, we're about to if it goes up any higher, we're giving you a margin call. We're getting you out. And I was lucky that I didn't get hit with the margin call because it ended up going my way and I made a profit. But not only that, um, not only that, but uh, trading like that, it's not worth it. I'm so I'm as much as I'm happy that I'm up 15 grand. Um, at any moment, I can go back to break even, where I can go back to being at 25,000 that I borrowed at any moment because at any trade because it's like I take a big loss here, I get back in, I don't follow my rules again, take another big loss and another one, and essentially I get back everything that I worked for. 2 months of work. I literally have it on my calendar here. You know, 2 months and a week of work uh, from when I first was given these funds. So if I don't if I don't if I don't tighten up, I'm fucked, bro. And the main thing is trading small, bro. Like Sonny, you have to trade small. I know you want $1,000 a day. Yes, it's nice and it's beautiful, but that thought, mindset, idea is gonna hurt you, and then you see it's been hurting you. And you need to stop. Um, be okay with a couple $100, even if it's 100 or two, even if it's $50. Be okay with it, cause it's gonna hurt you, bro. It's gonna keep hurting you. Um, you see it right here where you shorted, 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 kept adding, adding, adding. It went up so much you were down for $5,000 here, and they were about to hit you with the margin call, and luckily you got so lucky and it pulled back, and it got close to lower day, and finally you just got out. But look at how many chances you had to get to get out with a profit or a smaller loss, and you didn't take it. So like, luckily this was a Friday and I wasn't in class because I would have been stressed the hell out. And why are you shorting on a Friday? I know this whole past 2 months it's been Tuesdays and Thursdays or Mondays and Wednesdays that's been lit, and Fridays haven't been horrible for shorts because short sellers because nothing's been squeezing, and if it squeezes, you know you're on the right track, but you always have to stick to the rules. And statistically speaking, 9 times out of 10, or 3 out of 4, I don't know the numbers, but we all know Fridays are the worst days to short. So always keep that in mind. Even though for the past few months Fridays have been perfect for shorting. Same thing here. Thursday it just started squeezing. I got in, but luckily I got in small. Right here it says I got in 500. It squeezed the hell out of me, but I added on the second bounce on the bounce, and it pulled back, and I was able to get out for a profit, or I think a profit or a small loss. Let me see. On the 23rd, for a $242 loss was when I was down probably over a grand. Um, and it only got worse the next day, where I was over 5 grand, and then here I'm over. I'm down. Oh, I made 300-400 bucks, but then today or yesterday, this went differently. You know. So to speak about the 28th now, since I've been rambling on, um, I was watching this, and honestly, it was looking really illiquid and not going anywhere. I was watching the markets, and someone needed help with their vehicle, and I rushed to go help this person. And I didn't. It was slow. The market was slow as hell. I didn't think I would be watching the markets today. I doubted that I would be. Well, I won't say I will. I doubt I'll be trading, but I didn't want to trade, and um, I didn't want to trade, and it was slow. But as I went to go help them, I kind of gave away like the first 30 minutes of the market away to help this person. And as I'm like watching it from my phone, I'm seeing that it's dropping largely. And I was like, oh my fucking gosh, I should have been here. I should have said no and been there. It was not urgent. And this person always, you know, I won't say they disturb me, but they always come speak to me, or not speak to me, but I'll say they if they need help, it's always right before market open, and I really need to be disciplined on saying no. I'm working, I can't do it. I've been disciplined earlier this week with other people, but not this person. And at the time, they asked me for help, and I went and I missed it. And as I'm watching it from my phone, I'm like, oh shit. And I'm like, it doesn't matter. It's slow as hell. I'm bothered that I missed it, but it's okay. You see three uh times it perks up. You see a triple mountaintop and then dump. Then as I'm trying to get to my computer, it dumps again. So by the time I actually get to my computer, in my head I'm thinking based off of the way it performed the day before, I believe. I think it was the day before, where it just dumped, and every other stock was just dumping as well. I was under the assumption that this is gonna fade for the rest of the day, and honestly, I made this decision based off of um, imagination. There was no guarantee that this stock was gonna go dump all day. I had no idea. The thought of it dumping all day came in my mind, and protecting myself was out the window. I put the money first, and I was only thinking about the money, and everything else was out the window from there. So I started shorting, and I told myself, I'm like, bro, you shouldn't be shorting from low a day. If you're gonna do it, go in small. I said, okay, going small. I'm gonna go in small. But then the money took over and it's like, but it's gonna fade all day. I was already under the assumption, knowing that I have no control of probability, I automatically went to the assumption that it's gonna fade all day and that I'm guaranteed to win, and um, I should go bigger to make more money. And that's when the lust took over. I was telling myself the lust took over. Rondo Howell explained this. The lust took over, and I went in with 1,000. I was thinking 1,500, but I went in with 1,000, and it just started squeezing on me. And boy, I was in for some fucking shit because I was down. What I went in at the close to the exact bottom. Um, I don't know if it's gonna show it. Yeah, I got in at the exact bottom. Um, and it started squeezing. People were covering, and luckily it didn't break this high, and I was down almost a grand, almost $1,000 on this trade, and I added, and I added here because it was dropping. I meant to add up here, but I ended up adding lower here, chasing it and thinking about the money, solely thinking about the money. This whole trade was all about the money. And when it came pulling back right here, I was up about, I'll say about $500. I don't remember my average at this point, but it was probably around, the 25, 40 levels. Um, and I got out for a $429 gain. Um, on this lower end of the candlestick, it was like 550, but I got out. And I think my whole total size was 2,800 shares. Um, like I said, this entire trade was solely the money. That's all I was thinking of, lust. And when I got out and I realized I left $150 on the table, it really bothered me. You see how nowhere in this trade was strategy, and I was like, I want that money back now. I literally was like, I want that money back now, and I was like, you owe me extra money, and that's literally was my mindset in this trade. I don't know why I'm thinking so backwards, but I'm thinking like a beginner now, and the lust literally took over. I want that money back now. You owe me that money. The stock, I felt like the market owed me that money, and I wanted it now. So, um, um, I went right back in full size, 2,800 shares. It broke low a day, and it was starting to break anymore. But looking at the level twos, it looked like it was just going to keep going down. So I went in full size, and boy, was I mistaken. Um, I started pushing up, pushing down. I had so many chances to get out um, with a smaller loss, as you can see here, just downtrending, uptrending, smaller smaller loss, all here. Then I had a chance to finally, after an hour of waiting, of frustrated emotions, I had a chance to get out with what I made here plus another, I think, $500. And guess what I did? I didn't fucking take it because I felt like it owed me more. And as you can see here, the roller coaster began. And at this point, I was down probably like 2, 3 grand, maybe four. And dog, it was just such an undisciplined trade. I said, I need a whole 2 weeks off. I'm not trading well. Um, but I don't feel like I really need 2 weeks off. I just need to stop trading such a big size and work on my psychology. And I just went through massive, massive emotion. And at this point, I was like, fuck it. I threw in the towel and I was like, fuck it. There's nothing I can do. And I was refusing to take the loss. I think I was down like 4 grand at this trade at this point. And I was like, I'm refusing to take the loss. I refuse to take the loss. and I refused to take a small gain. And I got a second chance to get out right here for a small loss and a small gain. Um, and I still didn't take it. And here, I think here as well. Um, I'm telling you, my psychology was in the wrong state. I was not thinking the right way. And finally, like I think around, I think around, I think after this point, I decided to go take a nap while I'm in a big ass trade. One of the biggest trades the biggest sizes I ever had. I was in $75,000 in this trade, and I said, "Fuck it, I'm not taking this loss. I'm gonna go take a nap, and we'll see what happens, either before market hours or after hours." And you see how that was just completely the wrong mindset. How can I improve this? Right now, I don't really know, honestly, but I know for sure size, small size is what's really important. Cutting losses and just trying to regulate my emotions and my mindset. And luckily, and I can say the only thing I can really say is God blessed me in this, but really it's I just got lucky. Um, Not to discount God, but uh, I got lucky, bro. Honestly, and because there was no strategy in this at all. I was just holding and hoping, and I got out for a $259 loss. And honestly, I didn't even want to take that. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna wait till market after hours to see if it go down, and I can at least make my $400 back. Um, I lost the $429 plus $229. Um, but looking back now, look, if I would have just okay, yes, I missed the big move, but if I waited for a bounce like I was supposed to, I would have made a large amount. Even if I went in full size or half size, um, I would have made a large amount. And if I waited, like I told myself, for from 11 to 2 to look for a high day point to short from, I would have made even more. But knowing me, I don't like to listen. I want money now. I want $1,000 now. And how many times have Tim Bowen said, "Don't trade the first 15 minutes. If you're gonna short a first red day, you want to get in pre-market. I know that. Or if you don't get it pre-market, when market opens, you wait for a big spike, and then you get in close to red to green, green to red. And if it breaks past red to green or green to red, breaks past green to red, red to green, um, you want to wait till the move gets stuffed, and then you short. And don't go full size every trade or at all. And I didn't follow none of that, you know, and I never do. So it's like, if you look now, if I just followed my rules, come on, this would have been a great trade. Either if I shorted here, 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 or here. So it's just like, stop chasing, bro. Every trade on QTS, every opportunity on QTS was like that. A push up, then a massive panic. If I just waited, I would have. If I would have just been smarter, I would have did better. Today or this day on the 27th, I did better. I just didn't add, but then I left it alone and I didn't short it here. But every other day in trade, you see my massive mistakes. Okay, I got in pre-market. I was supposed to get in closer to pre-market to market open. It pushed up. I was in small size. I did that right. It started going up, up, up. It panicked. I decided whatever amount of money was not enough. It broke low a day, but it didn't break it good enough. And 945 dip and rip, and boom, I took this big. I was down so much. I almost took this big loss. Same thing here. Well, I did it right here, but we can keep going back, bro, because I traded this forever. I've been trading this for a week and a half now. But you get my point, though, Sonny. Like, bro, if it's a first red day, you know how to play it. Play it closer to market open. If you're gonna go in pre-market, go in small size, wait for a spike, add, and then if it drops, it drops. If it doesn't, if it keeps going up, get the fuck out. If you get in pre-market and it just automatically drops, get out on that massive panic. And I struggle to understand when to get out on a panic or sideways price. I struggle to get out when I see a panic, and I struggle to get out when I see sideways price action. But it's simple. It's a simple rules, but I struggle to do it. But looking at this trade, as you can see, all the proper points. But why do I not follow it? And that's what I'm struggling to learn. Even looking at and I don't care if this video is fucking long or not. I need to fucking follow these rules. But looking at AEHR, same thing. But as you can see here, I refused to get out right here, and I know I went full size. 1,500 shares. It would have been better, and I don't know why I didn't get in. Okay, it was pre-market, but I didn't get in. Um, um, and it was the first red day. But yeah, okay, I missed this short right here on this big perk, but I chased it. As you can see, I chased it here. Market opens, it pushes up. The way I should have played this was, okay, it perked up, dropped a lot. I shouldn't have chased. That's the first mistake I made. Okay, I should have been patient. Market opens, it starts pushing up, pushing up, pushing up. Let me get to a 1 minute chart so I can see it better. Okay, so yeah, market opens. Okay, I missed the dump. So yeah, so okay, I was wrong from the way I explained it. Okay, market open. I didn't short at the high day on the perk, so I missed it. But as you can see here, I chased it. I probably had this imagination that it was gonna go my way. It didn't. I should have left it alone. Waited till from 11 to 2 p.m. for a high day, and instead I chased it, added, and I know I was telling myself wait for high day to add more, and I didn't, thinking okay maybe it's gonna perk the rest, it's gonna drop the rest of the day when it's gonna drop from here, when I should have just been shorting from following my strategy here, high day, shorting from high day. So I mean there's so much shit I can learn from, but it's not a matter of just learning. I already know it, it's just following it. So Sonny, when you look back at this video, don't think okay this video is too long, it's repetitive. You need to constantly be slapped in the face with your mistakes so that you can learn. And today, if there's an opportunity, I'm going to look to trade it. But remember, Sonny, if it's not a first red day, don't short it. Yes, some of these green days or first green days just dump, but look for a high day and short. Look for a midday and short because that's when you know the value is 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 nowhere near from what it was market open. But I'm done with this video. I've been meaning to do a live video of me actually trading, but right now I'm tired, sleep deprived, starting this new job. I need to get some rest first before I can even really do any serious trading. So thank you.